Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to some general guidance for the collective. This is for everybody. It's not per sign. This is about the energies that are going on for the next week or so. All right, for everybody. So it's tea and tarot time with Julie. My new mugs are now available. Link is below if you're interested. There's some other bits as well if you'd like to get one. Okay. All righty. Now, first of all, before we start, get yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, put your feet up, get yourself comfy. If you want something a bit stronger, you go for it, okay? All right, my lovely people, these are your readings to nourish your soul and feed your life, or feed your soul and nourish your life, whichever way round you want to put it. But we are here to uplift and inspire and inform. Thank you for being here. I'm Julie Poole. If you don't know me, welcome or welcome back. Before we start, an apology to my Capricorns and Aquarius for your general tarot guidance for the next few weeks. My mic had disconnected itself without me knowing after my office move, and so those readings sound like I'm coming out of a tunnel. I'm really sorry. The audio quality was terrible, and it took me those two to figure it out, and I fixed it for Pisces, but for my beautiful Aquarius and Capricorns, sorry. Okay. It is what it is. These things happen, and we're not even in Mercury retrograde yet. That's coming soon. All righty, let's bring the camera down. Let's have a little look what is going on then. Yes, let's start with the tarot. Welcome. How are you doing, my beautiful people? Okay, we're starting off with the Knight of Cups. Okie dokie. All right, let's find out some more. We've got the King of Swords and the Nine of Swords. All right, so we've got a little bit of stress and anxiety or sleepless nights going on. What's occurring? What's occurring, my people? Okay, Four of Cups, center of the reading, death. Okay, so we've got that transition. We're moving through something, ending something, so that we can come out the other side into a rebirth. Happy days. There's the Judgment card. All right, Three of Cups, Nine of Coins, and the Two of Swords, the I don't know card. I've got to make a decision, but I don't quite know what to do. All right, let's find out a little bit more. Let's get some themes. All right, this is the wisdom of the oracle. That's the Tarot of Dreams. All the cards I used are linked below, okay? All righty, let's see what's going on for my collective, please. All right, so we've got chop wood. We need to chop something out. We've got milk and honey. The rainbow's coming after the storm. And we've got loyal heart. All right, so let's have a look. Where do you want me to start, please? I'm just talking to my spiritual team. They want to start here. All right, let's have a little chat about this death card. All right, look at that snake. Okay, now the snake sheds its skin. I thought it was once a year, but somebody in the comments corrected me. It's twice a year, so thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know. All right, death, transformation, transition from the old to the new. What needs to go and what is staying? All right, we don't get rid of everything, do we? It's like that can go, that can stay. It's really about looking at what is serving me, what is working for me, what still fits me, because I'm growing, I'm changing. What fitted me before doesn't necessarily work for me now. So, okay, what are we doing about it? What are we letting go of? Okay, now I love the fact that we've got the Judgment card next to it, because this is the rebirth, the rising up from the ashes. We've let it go, and now we're stepping into our new life, our new world. But that can feel a little bit airy, scary, can't it? It's like, ooh, that's okay. A little bit of ooh, let's not panic, all right? But it's accepting that we're in this, all of us, in this transition, in this change. And those changes are going to mean different things for different people. Some of you may be changing your work, your jobs. Some of you may be changing your friendships, your relationships. Others may be changing their health, their way of eating, their attitudes, behaviours, anything. All right, however it resonates for you, you know the drill. Take the bits that resonate, leave the rest, okay? So something is transitioning, changing, okay? So Now we want to come to these. This chopwood card. All right, let me come up here and talk to you for a minute. Come closer. Okay. Right, chopwood. Right, there's that broom, that brush. This is about what needs chopping out, what needs brushing out, what needs sorting out. Okay, are we going into a bit of a cleanse and a clear and a reboot and a restructure like I have with moving my office from one room to another room? And it was disruptive, but it brought in new energy, right? Fresh energy. What are you chopping out? What needs to go? Okay. Now, we can see with that milk and honey, this is a lovely card. I love this little baby elephant. There he is. He's so sweet. Look at him. Oh, bless him. Okay, there he is in the bowl, playing in the milk and honey, which represents the sweetness of life coming back in after the storm. Rainbow comes after the storm, doesn't it? Eh? So, right. We've been through, or we're still in, it's going to go on for a little while, this big transition. It doesn't just hit you, wake up the next morning in your new life. It's a gradual morphing, isn't it? Okay, so we're shifting into something new. And this is going to continue for the rest of this year. You know, it's been building up, and it's sort of over a 2-year period, 2025, 2026. Everything is kind of unfolding into the new, all right? And it can feel uncomfortable. But in terms of the most immediate energy, because this is for this next week, all right, that we've just had some big planetary shifts and changes. Go check out your favorite astrologer. Now, you know, these big shifts are heralding in fabulous new energy, very, very positive. Venus is doing something special. We've got Neptune doing something special. We've got Jupiter doing something special. We've got all sorts of good stuff going on, all right? But basically what this means is the old stuff that was perhaps stuck, the old narrative, the old patterns, they have been pulled, pushed, stretched, shifted so that we can free ourselves from them and move into our greatest life. Okay? All right. So the milk and honey, the rainbow's coming now after the storm. And you're being asked to look at this loyalty. All right? Now, we've got these two owls looking at each other all lovey-dovey, which is lovely. Okay. Sitting on top of the egg. Now, eggs in Oracle represent the good stuff cracking open, all right? Now, this loyal heart, first of all, being loyal to you, yourself, your happiness, your dreams, goals, aspirations, your needs. Do you see up here on this line, we've got some keys and some flags. It's saying you've got the keys to your own kingdom, okay? What are you going to do with the key? So we want this egg to crack open. We're looking at, am I being loyal to myself? But we're also looking at, are others loyal to me? Loyalty is really important, isn't it? So this loyalty is coming up, perhaps for some of you, because of that storm that was coming, that has come, that has been come and gone, because it feels like this has been over the last few weeks that stuff has been coming up, right? That you've been looking at who's loyal to me. All right, as my boss recognised my work and is loyal to me, or are they just, you know, promoted somebody else over my head and didn't even talk to me about it? Do I feel there is a sense of loyalty in my world, in my life, in my relationships? Do I find that people that I consider friends talking about me behind my back? That's not loyal, is it? You know, what's gone on, all right? Because this loyalty, you're coming into this energy of, I expect, and expectations can be a dangerous thing, can't they? But I expect a certain level of loyalty from the people I care about. Is it there? And if it's not, do I want them in my world, or am I going to exit them out? Am I going to confront it? What, you know, and some of you may well have done that, and it may well have created a bit of a storm. And now we're chopping that wood. Now we're using that broom to brush out all the old dust and debris. Let's get rid of it so that we can transform into our rebirth. Okay, So let's look at this in more detail then. The Knight of Cups is taking action on your happiness. Now, this can be an offer that's coming your way. This can be somebody offering you something really good that you think, woohoo, I'll go for that. Thank you very much. Okay. This can also be you creating your own happiness, because you're looking at things and you're recognizing what works and what doesn't. We've got the Three of Cups and the Four of Cups underneath the Knight of Cups, if I can get my words out. Okay, so, right, I'm in this energy where I'm looking at my happiness and I'm looking at my fulfillment and I'm looking at my expansion, and I'm saying, am I bored, stuck, stagnant, disillusioned, disappointed? And if I am, what am I going to do about it? Okay, what am I going to do about it? Now, this Four of Cups is a card of, you know, I thought it was going to be better than this, or perhaps it used to be good and now it's not so good. All right. And so we can sit there and kind of go, well, woe is me. Or we can go, well, you know, maybe I've just outgrown this now and I need something better. I'm ready for something more fulfilling. All right, because it's the cups, it's about our fulfillment and happiness and enrichment. So I'm going to take some action on it. That's the thing with the Knights, they're action cards. So we're thinking about it, we're figuring it out, what's working, what's not. What do I want? Three of Cups is celebration, is fulfillment, is happiness. It's also a card of connections, all right? And all threes are about growth and expansion. Now, the Three of Cups is about celebrating with my friends, with my loved ones, having a good time, having a laugh, having a giggle, having some fun and play. Don't forget that little elephant there is playing, all right? Because when we've been through something a little bit hard and heavy, we need to balance it up then with something light and fluffy. All right, because everything is about balance, isn't it? So we're wanting to bring our world and life into balance. So where is it off balance? Where is it frustrating? Where is it stagnant? Where is it stuck? Right, I'm going to take some action, and damn, it's going to feel good. All right, because that's the Three of Cups. This is like woohoo energy. Okay, so I'm going to get that happiness going. All right, so I'm going to step into my King of Swords as part of this. So what's the King of Swords? Well, he's all about clarity and focus and sharpness. And I don't mean being sharp, I mean like being clever, right? Intelligence and being able to really look at what works, what doesn't, and sort it all out. He's an expert. Now, this could be you tapping into your own knowledge, your own expertise, your own intelligence, and your own logic. But this could also be somebody outside of you, some force of external expert, like a lawyer or a recruitment agent or a mortgage advisor, somebody that knows more than you do, okay, that you're tapping into, make that change that you want to make. All right. Now, this could be to do with legal matters, contracts. This could be to do with just expertise in some form, way, you know, some shape, way, or form, right? Because something is coming to an end. And that thing that's coming to an end is going to enable you to step into the Nine of Coins. Now, I like the Nine of Coins, okay? She is all about independence, prosperity, self-reliance, being able to provide for yourself in any way, all right, financially, yes, because it's coins, but also emotionally, being able to say, you know, I don't need anybody, I can have people in my life and they can enhance and add to, but the underlying sense of security and stability and financial security is provided by me. I can do this. All right. So this can represent for some of you saying, well, you know, I'm getting a better job with more money. I'm stepping out on my own, you know, getting my own home and leaving home. This could be stepping away from a relationship and splitting up and saying, you know, well, I'm getting the lawyer. This isn't working for me anymore. I'm going to bring it to a close and I'm going to step into my new life. But is it hairy, scary? Yeah. And that's okay. Let's recognize where it's stressful, where there's anxiety, where I'm not sleeping very well, where I'm worrying at 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's just recognize it. Am I doing the right thing? All those doubts come up, you know they do, yeah? And it's allowing them to come up. It's allowing it to come forward and rising up from it. Now, that Two of Swords underneath is saying, well, I'm not sure, all right? Am I doing the right thing? It's this or that, all right? Should I go this way? Should I go that way? You know, I'm blindfolded. I can't quite see what I need to do. And that is creating some fear and anxiety. Is it going to be okay? Now, this is where some research is going to help you. Okay, because the Two of Swords is I don't have enough information. This isn't me being thick or lazy. This is that I just don't have enough information right now. That's okay. So I'm going to talk to my expert. I'm going to get that information. I'm going to go on, Google and YouTube University, and I'm going to talk to some friends. I'm going to do what I need to do to find out, to find the information that I need. Then I can make a decision. Yeah, so we've got decision time going on. Now, whatever it is that's ending, transitioning, transforming, shifting, is leading you to the Judgment card, the rebirth. Now, think of yourself as the phoenix rising, and you might have, and what is the phoenix rising for those of you who don't know? The phoenix is a wonderful bird that kind of fell to earth and kind of got a bit fried and frazzled and then rose up, and basically represents that it doesn't matter what we go through, we can find a new life, we can rebirth into something phenomenal, no matter how much we were fried and frazzled, that we can start again, taking with us all of that growth and strength and resilience, and say, I'm ready for my new life. I'm ready. Bring it on, right? So what does that new life look like? Well, I don't quite know yet. I don't have all the facts. I don't have all the information. And that freaks me out a little bit, which is normal. So don't worry about that, okay? We're going to allow it, because as the information comes through, it helps me settle and not feel quite so anxious. So let's say, for example, that I'm leaving my job and I don't know where I'm going yet. I don't know what that looks like, and that's a bit airy scary, right? So, okay, I'm going to talk to a recruiter. I'm going to talk to an expert. I'm going to pull my CV together to make my resume better, and then I'm going to apply for the jobs that feel right for me. And whilst that's going on, I can feel a bit, is it going to be okay? But this is where I've got to trust that the next job is coming and it's going to fit me exactly the way that it needs to in the new me. Yeah? Right, if this is a relationship I'm moving out of, am I moving out or are they moving out? Where am I going to live? What am I going to do? It's that kind of, I don't know, okay? But it's all right. These transitions take a little bit of time sometimes. So don't rush it. You just focus on you. You just take what you need for you, the action steps that I don't need to try and do 10 steps at once. As long as I put one step in front of the other, I will get to where I need to go. And I can tap into some friends and support for this. I can tap into some play for this. But I do know I'm being loyal to myself, and I am chopping out what needs to go, because it feels the right time and it feels good. Okay? All right, let's finish off with some angel messages and unicorn messages for you. What's the help and support from the angelic realm for the collective for this week, please? Look at that. Don't you just love it when a plan comes together, as Hannibal would say? That's the 18 for those of you my age or so. Okay, transformation. Look at this. I mean, there she is, tied up in a net, restricted and No, she's breaking through and breaking free and flying free into her new life. The butterflies representing that transformation, the snake on the death card representing that transformation in a different way. You are shedding your old skin, my beautiful people, and you are transforming right before your own very eyes. Yeah. So the angels are with you because they recognize this fear. They recognize the uncertainty and doubt, and they're saying, we've got you. We'll hold you. I mean, look at this card, guys. I mean, isn't it just beautiful being held and comforted by the angelic realm with all that beautiful high vibrational energy? They're with you. They know you're scared, and they're saying, it's okay. We've got you. We've got you. All right. All right. Let's have a unicorn card. Final message, please. That's the one that we want. All right. Now, notice we've got a number 3 here. And now we've got another number 3 here. This is 30. Cosmic Diamond. Okay. It says, spread hope and joy. Illuminate the world. Right, now that isn't focusing, so let me bring it up here for you. There you go. Now you can see it. Spread hope and joy. Illuminate the world. Right, so we can go through this transition, this death thing, okay, this shift, this transformation. We can go through it on the dark night of the soul in a big shroud of darkness and fear, or we can get excited about it and spread hope and joy and illuminate the world. I mean, what happens when you're going through a transformation in a really positive way and people see that? They'll be like, oh, if they can do it, so can I. Look at them getting that better job. Look at them getting divorced from that horrible marriage. If they can do it, so can I. So be the shining light, my beautiful people. Illuminate hope and joy into the world. This isn't naivety or false positivity. This is self-belief. This is saying, I can do this. I've got this. And remember that this is on top of the 9 of coins, which is the I can do it card, right? Real self-reliance, right? Nobody else can make me happy. Only I can make me happy. So I've decided I'm going through that transformation and I'm going to make me happy. All right? So that's what you're doing. Okie dokie. Thank you for all your kind comments about how beautiful my hair was last week and how bright I was shining. I haven't washed it today. I can't be doing the full glam and perfect hair on every video. So just bear with. All right? Okay. Thank you so much for being here. It's lovely to connect with you again. I'm just finishing off the general readings for the last 4. I've got 4 left, I think, last few people for the rest of July. But it's always about the next 4 weeks that I do these readings for, okay? Your money and career, I'm going to pop up here. That's for July. They're all done. And yeah, most of the general tarot guidance for the next few weeks is done. Next week, I'm going to start recording some loving connections videos for you. Not necessarily romantic, but anything to do with relationships. I'm going to record some of them for you next week. So look out for each of the 12 signs. So look out for those as well. All right. And I will see you soon. Thank you so much for my subscribers. Thank you so much for my paid members. All of that supports my channel and my work. And I'm hugely grateful. So thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful week. Lots of love. Bye-bye.